Hello, everybody. This is Sri from BizBuzz, What Matters the Most in Your Business, sponsored by My Work Belt. My Work Belt is a all-in-one software, particularly catering to service-based small businesses all over the world. And today we have a guest, Lindsay White. Lindsay White is a leadership coach, people strategist, and founder of a high voltage leadership. She helps founders lead with confidence by building strong teams, clear people strategies, and culture, and and that actually supports the growth and not burned out. With over 20 years of experience as a HR and leadership development, Lindsay brings a lot of knowledge and wisdom to us. Lindsay, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Very good. Thank you very much for joining me today. And you are from Canada
Yes.
and Alberta. And
Yes.
is your clientele that you are coaching and helping them are only in Canada or any other countries that you are helping people?
Yeah. I mean, I do work with Canadian clients, but I work with clients all over North America. I
Mm,
have worked with clients in South America and in Europe as well.
mm,
And as long as the time zones align,
mm.
generally the work is quite similar no matter where in the world you are.
Absolutely. So, in
Yeah.
your experience, over 20 years of experience you have either in HR or in leadership coaching, leadership roles that you have been in, right?
Yeah.
What is the one common challenge that you have noticed all the small businesses are experiencing?
Yeah. I think one of the most common challenges is when a small business really starts to scale
Hmm.
and the operation and the team starts to grow along with it, that it
Hmm.
is very difficult for us as leaders
Hmm.
to actually step out of being a doer.
Hmm.
We
Right.
started the business. We are the creator. We are the founder. We're the brainchild. We've put our blood, sweat, tears, and probably most of our life savings into
That's
the
correct.
business.
That's
And at
true.
right. And at a certain point, we can't do all the things that need to
No,
happen in the business every day. But it is really hard to let go
it is very
because,
interesting you mentioned
yeah,
that, right?
yeah,
I
yeah,
myself, technician turned business owner.
yes,
And after starting the business, an IT firm, I quickly realized I am the best at one thing and the worst at dozen other things.
right,
Right.
right.
So,
It's
how do you
tricky.
suggest somebody to recognize and come terms with it?
Yeah. That's a great question. I think first of all, this is where coaching can be very valuable to help with the self-reflection.
Certainly.
You can't read the label from inside the bottle. You're inside the bottle, right?
That's a
So
very good analogy.
having a trusted coach, having a trusted partner or mentor is very valuable to help you with the self-reflection. What I coach when I work with my clients, we talk about what are the things that they really love to do. What are the things that they're really good at doing? What are
Hmm.
the things that they really love to do, but actually they're not really very good at? What are the things that they really do need to retain because perhaps it's a business imperative?
That's
And what
correct.
are the things that really someone else could get done very well? We talk
Right.
about the $200 work an hour work versus the $20 an hour work. I think we've
Mm,
all heard that analogy. And really breaking it down in a very granular way so that we can reflect on it.
understand. Understand. See,
Yeah.
if when you are breaking it down, it takes time to come to that kind of
Mm-hmm.
separation, right?
Mm-hmm.
But small businesses are more than not, they are worried about putting off the fire
Yeah.
that's on their tail right now. And
Yes.
they just simply can't catch a breath and step back for a moment and put all these separating all the different tasks and categorize them and assign them, right? It's kind of a catch 22. You can't come out of it, but you do need to come out of it in order to catch a breath.
Right.
So,
Yes.
what is the way that you would recommend, or at least a business owners that you would suggest to break away from this catch 22 situation?
Yeah. especially when you're short on time. And let me also preface this by saying, in the same way that sometimes we have to spend money to make money, we
That's
have
right.
to stop in order to go faster.
Mm,
So this is time well invested, would be my
mm,
first argument. But
mm.
second of all, what I ask my clients to do is actually during the course of the day, just
Yeah.
make a note of what are the
Mm,
activities that they are doing, or spend 5 minutes at the end of the day reflecting. This
mm,
doesn't have to be, you don't have to do a 2 day retreat to figure
mm,
this out.
mm,
It
mm,
actually takes somewhere between 5 minutes and 15 minutes to actually do a little reflection, track
mm,
it over the period of 2, 3, or even a business week, 5 days.
mm.
And then on a Friday afternoon, reflect back and say, you know what? There's some things here I shouldn't be doing, like my bookkeeping or ordering the office equipment. These are pieces that don't belong to me because I'm not an expert,
You are
right?
very, very powerful by saying that.
Yes.
If even if you take a 2 day retreat and trying to categorize everything what you're
Yeah.
trying to remove off of your plate for a business owner, you can't remember everything. You're going to
No.
draw blank.
Yes.
But if you can do it 5 minutes a day, or as you are working task by
Yes.
task, you can set
Yes.
aside this is for me and this is I can delegate it. Or
Yes.
for me, not for me. One of those two
Yes.
things. You are at least categorizing your daily routines into two buckets, which will help you to do a self reflection, as you mentioned.
Absolutely. I actually have a worksheet and I do 3 columns. What do you need to
Ah,
keep? What do you need to offload? What do you need to eliminate? Because often as our business grows, we continue to do activities that no longer serve the organization. They don't serve our growth.
mm,
And actually what we need to do is eliminate them, or at least shift the way we're doing them, right? They're no
right.
longer effective or efficient. They're outdated processes that we just retain because that's the way we've always done it. So that's the worksheet I give to my clients. Keep, offload, eliminate. And
That's wonderful.
when we can look at it on a piece of paper, we can actually really separate ourselves from it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we can start to analyze and delegate effectively,
Mm.
spend our time wisely.
No, not only, see, I would like to ask you this question though.
Yeah.
You're suggesting keep, offload, eliminate three
Yes.
columns for a business owner or a business leader. But
Yes.
is that same formula can be applied to overall as a business?
Sure. Yes. To every employee, to
Yeah.
every process,
Mm-hmm.
we absolutely need to analyze ruthlessly what we're doing so that
Yes.
we can actually get rid of the processes and the workflows that no longer serve. The eliminate column is critical. Are we
Mm,
doing things in our small business that we no longer need to be doing, or we could do differently or more effectively? Do we need to delegate,
mm,
right? Even pushing things back to vendors
mm,
or out to consultants,
mm,
right? Do we need to do those things? And the
mm.
answer
I
often is
see.
probably not. And
Not,
then the
yes.
things that are in the keep column are business critical or have some kind of real risk attached to them. And that means I, as the business owner, or my business in general, needs to keep those functions.
Right,
That
right.
we can resource effectively.
Now, see, you're actually made a very valid point, Lindsay. When you look at things that are items that can be eliminated, right?
Yes.
You have to, as a business owner or a business leader, you have to look at that. They are basically a hole in the pipe that's draining all your money,
Could be.
isn't it?
They very much
Now,
could be. Yeah.
when you are doing certain things that is not going to be useful anymore, you're basically wasting your time, energy, resource in that
Yes.
activity
Yes.
that's not going to produce anything,
Essentially. Yeah.
isn't it? Isn't it?
Yes.
No, that's
It,
a
it
that
may not be costing you a ton of money, but it could certainly be costing you your sanity at the very least,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. Again,
Yeah.
it could be time waste of your time, or it could be waste of your energy, as you said,
100%.
sanity, and
Yes.
waste of your money. Sometimes you may be subscribing to the tools to perform the activity that you needed,
Right.
but that no longer needed. You will still continue paying to those subscriptions,
100%. I think a lot of us do that. We
isn't
end
it?
up with tools that we just don't really, they're not really serving our purpose, right?
Right. Now, that is where consolidation of different activities into one tool may also become
Yeah.
more effective and efficient, right?
Yes.
Now, coming back to the business owners separating the activities, right?
Yes.
And how would you suggest this separation? Once I make the separation, what
Yes.
next?
Yeah. So once you do the analysis, then I think it's actually really important that you start with the eliminate pile.
Mm-hmm.
And as you've said, do you need new or different tools? Do you have someone who is doing activities or processes that are not as streamlined and that could be easily fixed? You have communication channels that need to be improved. So the old way, the old paperwork, the old spreadsheet, it goes away. Those are the easiest, often the most low hanging fruit. The ones that can become a little tricky are the offload
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes we, as the business owner and founder, can be quite attached to those pieces
Yes,
of work. Again,
emotionally attached.
we're a technical expert. That's why we started the business in the first place. Perhaps we really love the creative outlet of designing our own graphics, but actually someone else could be much more efficient, effective, probably do a better job than we can. That's where it gets a little tricky. That's where we have to do some self-reflection,
Yeah.
and we also need to resource it properly,
Now,
right?
as
And
a
this
business
is
owner,
tricky.
yeah. No, that's a
Yeah.
great point. So, as a business owner, I have another challenge that I wanted
Yeah.
to bring it to your attention and see
Yeah.
what you would respond to it.
Yeah.
Um, Generally, let's say I have something that I know now, I can recognize that I can emotionally detach from the task and offload it to somebody else.
Great.
Now, challenge here is that I can do this task in 10 minutes, but if I wanted to give it to somebody else, I have to train them for 2 hours.
Okay.
Now I am at a difficult decision. Do I want to spend 2 hours or do I want to get it done in 10 minutes by myself? How do I
Yeah.
come out of that dilemma?
Yeah. So my first question to you is,
Yeah.
how does you continuing to do that task grow your business?
Okay.
So that's the first challenging reflection question we have to ask ourselves.
Mm,
And if we can't ask ourselves, we got to find a coach or a mentor to ask us and be
gotcha.
really, really hold our feet to the fire on that one.
Of
The
course.
second question I would challenge you on is it really going to take you 2 hours to train them?
True.
Or could you record a Loom video, for example,
Mm,
of yourself walking through the task step by step? One Loom video, a series of videos. I mean, depends on the complexity
yeah.
of the task. Could you actually, at one point, record yourself doing the task? Maybe it takes you 20 minutes instead of 10 because you've got to explain it.
Correct.
And now you have a record. You are starting your training library, your onboarding
That is
library.
incredible, right?
And now it can live forever
It
on
can
your
live
Google
forever.
Drive, in your OneDrive. And anytime you onboard someone until the process changes and is updated, now they can refer to your series of Loom videos that watches you, the expert, do the thing.
Now, it's
That's not
not
two
only that,
hours.
the one person that you train today, that person is not necessarily permanently here. That person may be
Heavens
gone
no.
in 2 months or 6 months or a year, 2 years from now. And
Right.
you have to come back to the square one to retrain somebody else. But making that
Yes.
Loom video is extremely
No.
powerful tool that can be
Yes.
reused over and over.
Yes. Until they leave or until your process evolves. Then you
That
make
is correct.
someone makes a new Loom video. Probably not you.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
okay, so you just presented the absolute example and mindset issue that we deal with when we work with founders. Well, it's going to take me longer to train someone.
Right.
And I got to be honest with you, I don't think that's the truth. I actually think that's us as the founder just
That's a
trying to
psychological block.
well, and again, we're trying to hang on to something that we might be an expert at.
I see.
We've vastly estimated our importance in that one space.
Mm,
Our value comes from leading the vision, from building the business, from creating the strategy. But
rather hoarding all the tasks.
we are confident and comfortable in those tasks because we are an expert. Creating the vision, building the business, creating and leading the strategy, we might be a little uncomfortable with that. That's actually may not be something that we've done a whole lot.
That's right.
I get it. makes sense. We want to do the thing we're good at because it makes us feel good, as opposed to the thing that's a little big and scary, and that might take more effort. Human beings are very predictable in their behavior.
It is correct. It is correct.
This is where we need someone who challenges us to get out of our own way.
Wonderful. Lindsay, that is a great conversation. Thank you very much for joining me today. Those who are listening here today, I am sure you might have taken away some of these. So first thing is, don't be emotionally attached to the tasks that you're doing, and be open-minded to delegate it. And as Lindsay suggested, that put them all into 3 different tasks. Do it and delegate it and eliminate it. So eliminate it, recognize the fact that the tasks that are needed to be eliminated are basically costing you time, money, and energy. So hope you guys have taken away some of the valuable tips that Lindsay is sharing with us today and use it for growing and making your business more efficient. Until next time, see you all. Thank you very much.